They say dumb it down, what's the problem with ya? Oh, it's the crime we talk about.
Yo, what is up, ladies and gentlemen, people of the world? Super916, and today I'm going to actually with another Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3 gameplay, but I'm not going to be talking about it, because I never do. Anyway, so firstly I want to talk about the couple of announcements I've got to put out for you guys. I have not been here for 2 weeks. This is weird because I, put out loads of scheduled uploads, and, well, 3, so not really loads, but just to kind of keep you guys still on my channel a little bit, and it went okay. So thanks to all new subs. You're kind, you're beasts, and yeah. Now a bit more about the reasoning of why I've been off for 2 weeks. So what happened was, recently I've been getting slightly poorer grades. Not being by poorer grades, I'm not really putting the amount of effort I should be in my schoolwork and my targets. In the UK, we have targets for GCSEs, which when you get that, it's almost on on your resume. Yeah, so it's a big thing, and I'm aiming for A's and A stars. The top marks you can possibly get in all of my subjects. Not one am I aiming for a poor mark, and yeah, it's a lot of pressure, and I feel like I have to leave some YouTube-ness aside for a bit, because I've got a couple of exams coming up in November, and I've got one maths exam straight before Black Ops 2 comes out. That's how beast that is. But yeah, it's really scary, because some of these videos take me a bit of time, and that time I'm gonna have to spend revising now. I'm gonna have to start working a bit harder to make sure I get those A grades and stuff like that. Alright, so in terms of what you should expect from my channel, I mean, from my point of view, I'm going to try and do some re-uploads that I felt like got a lot less views, just to keep consistency up. So I'm not going to get that much time to actually make videos. But if you want me to, to talk about a certain topic that will be relatively brief, and I can give you a bit of a lowdown on my opinion on it, I am free to do that, and I'm happy to do that. So that's that announcement thing. Alright, so when Black Ops 2 comes out, I may or may not be able to play it straight away. So that's going to leave my channel a little bit in the dark as soon as the game is released, because everybody's going to be uploading Black Ops 2, and is my channel going to be sitting here waiting for some gameplay for me to upload. Now, this is where you guys come in. Now, if you have decent quality, and quality to a standard where it's as good as a Roxio game capture like this. This is Roxio game capture. It doesn't look brilliant, it's not terrible, but it works. If you've got that, I am happy to upload. It's not a problem. I'm not going to be able to upload your gameplays and straight from Xbox, but if you can record it and then send me it somehow, I am happy to do that. That will really help out, and I'll give you a shout out. We could even do a dual com if you want, just to kind of get your channels up there a little bit. So the requirements not really that high, just have decent quality, and quality to the point where I don't get embarrassed of it, and we can get this done. So yeah, that's the second announcement finished, and I think that's pretty much it for the announcements. I mean, the one thing I've got to admit about the whole deal of this kind of schoolwork is that I am having to I feel like I'm putting everything else aside, but what I'm really doing is I'm just concentrating on some important things. Like at school, sometimes I would mess around, but most of the time I would write down notes and do stuff like that. But I feel like in a couple of lessons, I've let myself down, and now I'm going to have to claw myself back up. So that's the main reason for me, somewhat making these videos on the weekend and then scheduled uploading them, and trying to get them out to you guys. Alright, so the next thing I want to talk about, or the actual topic, is the legacy of Modern Warfare 3. Now, as most of you guys will probably recognise, this is coming towards the end of Modern Warfare 3's life cycle entirely. Some people say the life cycle ended in March, some would say August. I'm saying it ends when Black Ops 2 comes out, and I give it an overall decent rating, to be honest. I put it in like third or second of my favourite CODs of all time, mainly because they made some improvements to the game, that I thought Infinity Ward would never do. Like the weapon balancing, they buffed weapons. That's never been done. Never been done in the history of Call of Duty, not to my knowledge. They have not, you know, in any other card, they have not buffed any weapon, not made them better. And what that has done, once you buff one gun in one game, what that does is that makes every single game from now on that, you know, Call of Duty will put out, that will make that'll be customer. That's what they'll have to do. That's going to be simple, you know. Treyarch will do that. May add in more stuff. That'll be brilliant. I mean, they added 3 maps. They added 3 game types like Face Off, which were, you know, they were brilliant. For some people, they were their favorite game types, and you know, it's really, I applaud them for that. I actually do applaud Infinity Ward for that. Now, you know, there are some bad points about this game, but by and large, they did a good job, and a lot of people, you know, overlook that. A lot of people, you know, stare at the bad. It's like getting hate on YouTube. People stare at the bad, while you know, 20 people are saying how great that person is, or one person is saying, you know, how bad it is. And you know, you look at the bad and you're like, oh my god, I'm doing so terrible. While, you know, it's, you know, you can see the correlation in between. You know, Modern Warfare 3, you're picking out like, you put death streaks in the game, you twats. And I'm like, well, but I thought they were good because they added 3 maps and made weapons viable that weren't viable, and did all this stuff. And it's difficult to comment on, because firstly, like, I've seen Infinity Ward, like, since COD 4, the prime, you know, developer. After Black Ops, yeah, people were saying, oh, maybe Treyarch's better. But, you know, people were forgetting. People didn't like Black Ops when it was out. People, you know, the main thing they were saying was Ghost, Second Chance, and the game is boring. There were the 3 things that people hated, and I've got to admit, they're still prevalent a little bit in Black Ops. I mean, the boredom factor a little bit less. It depends on how you play. But yeah, it's difficult to comment on, like I just said. So the legacy of Modern Warfare 3, I guess let's just improve the whole updates and whatever support that the games are going to have from now on. They're going to kind of put more effort in to giving you more content, which is, you know, going to freshen up the game a little bit, you know, give the game a little bit more durability, is like a better term, and kind of make the game a lot more fun, I guess. And that's pretty much what I'm going to end on, because I think Modern Warfare 3 was a good game. A lot of people would argue, you know, people would, you know, beg to differ, but I personally think it was a great Call of Duty. So, you know, I don't know what else to say. So thanks for watching this, guys. Been subscribed at 6 and I'm out. And yeah, if you didn't really enjoy this video, please click like. I was trying to drop shot through a wall there. That's how beast I am. And see you guys.